Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. There are hundreds of blog posts and videos on my Islamic Worldview blog. This brief video will provide some selected recommendations. The main purpose of the blog is to provide information, knowledge about an aspect we learn nothing about in our standard education, which teaches us only about the external reality. Here we want to provide information about the internal world, which can change our inner reality and develop it and transform us personally. So two key posts in this direction are Teaching Fish to Fly, which explains how an education should be adapted to the student rather than the other way around, and also Reaching Beyond the Stars, how to reach very high in order to change our lives. The central questions we all face are the question of identity. Who am I? What am I meant to be? What can I become? How can I live my life to the fullest and make the best of my precious few moments on this earth? None of these questions are addressed in a standard education. To see why, to learn why, watch this post and learn who you are. The central problem we all face is that the education is designed deliberately to mislead us about who we are, so that our identities can be exploited for the purpose of creation of wealth by others. Some of the key weapons that are used to distort our view of the world are a fabricated false history and a false understanding of what rise and fall of civilizations is all about. A course of 10 lectures goes through in depth and detail about the steps needed to launch an Islamic revival in these times. One aspect of an Islamic revival is developing an economic system together with a political and a social system suitable for the Islamic world. And one sequence of lectures on this economics is given on this page. 5 most popular blog posts are listed on this page. The top is is a summary of the book called The Great Transformation by Polanyi, which explains how the modern system of capitalism originated. Economic theory as ideology is a personal journey of how I learned that economic theory was not a science but an ideology. Spirituality and Development was a lecture to Cambridge students explaining how spirituality is important to economic development. And Methodology of Polanyi's Great Transformation discusses some technical aspects of social science, and Reaching Beyond the Stars tells us how to set high goals in order to achieve high results. 5 of my most popular videos are listed on this page. They are all embedded within blog posts. The first one is Principles of Islamic Pedagogy, which are radically different from the Western methods that we have learned. Second one is Origins of Central Banking, which explains what banks really do as opposed to what we think they do. There is some guidance for research for students. And then there are some alternative models for development different from the pursuit of wealth common in Western methodology. And then fifth post here is a 3-dimensional methodology which focuses on normative, positive and transformative elements in Islam, which are not comparable to Western methodology. Finally, these are my 5 personal favorites: How to Motivate and Inspire Students, Getting a Real Education, The Illusion of Scarcity is about how the central concept of economics is just a fraud and an illusion, and Real Statistics explains how 100 years of development in statistics are based on a mistake. And finally is the Ihsan, Living in Presence of God.